up, guys? Hey, you saw the title of the video. You know exactly what I'm gonna be talking about, but let me explain. Hey, I understand. I understand what it's like to be discouraged and be doing so much shit back and forth, being torn between what you want to do and what you have to do, feeling like you're doing so much but yet accomplishing nothing. I get it. But here's what you need to do. You need to stay patient. Oh my God, am I supposed to stay patient? Well, that's why you clicked on the video, because today I'm talking about 5 tips for staying patient when you're working towards your dreams. Tip number 1, know where you're going. What does that mean? Well, think about it. If you know the end goal, if you know the end game, you know what you want to accomplish in the long run, and you know you have plenty of time to do that, it's gonna be easier for you to stay motivated and patient while you are doing bullshit, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like for me, I was working with these producers when I had first started. I was doing a lot of mopping floors. I was doing a lot of watering plants and sweeping and all that bullshit. And what helped me get through that, even though like it seems like, oh, I was able to get through it, like that shit was hard and it was discouraging, but I knew I had to be patient. And what helped me was seeing the end goal. Seeing that one day I'm gonna be a well-known actor. Seeing that one day I'm gonna be a well-known producer. It's the same thing for you guys, and it doesn't matter what you wanna do, but just know what the end goal is. It's not gonna be the same for everybody, and there's gonna be different levels of it, but it's all the same. And even if you don't know what you want to do yet, and you don't know what the end goal is, have your mentality of know where you're going be, oh, well, I wanna figure out what I'm gonna do. Have that be your thing to focus on. Know where you're going, and that will allow you to just endure and hunker down in the pointless bullshit that we all endure. Tip number 2, know that whatever you're going through is a means to get to your end goal. It's all part of the game, right? It doesn't matter if you're putting 15 hours in at a restaurant. It doesn't matter if you're sweeping floors for producers or you're doing both, which I've had to do, okay? Know that what you're doing is necessary to get you to that next step. It's gonna give you more experience. It's gonna give you more insight. You're gonna learn while you're doing whatever it is you're doing. I know it seems pointless. Oh, but I've been working at this restaurant for 5 years. Oh, but I've been sweeping these floors for 5 years. Like, that doesn't matter. It's experience. It's earning your stripes. There were times, like I said, when I was doing bullshit stuff for my producers and I was like, you know what? No, this is part of it. This is part of the journey. Just know that this is part of the journey. This bullshit. You know what I mean? And that helped refresh me, and that helped me just push through it, because you have to do that, okay? You just have to know that it's part of it. And when you do, it'll be easier to push through. Tip number 3 is kind of like the last tip, but get excited about where you're going. Get excited about finding out where you're going. You know what I mean? You just need to get in your own head. You need to go through the bullshit, but just get excited. Like, oh, one day, like I'm gonna have this fucking YouTube channel, then I'm gonna do this. Or, oh, one day I'm gonna like own my own restaurant and I'm excited about that. One day I'm gonna be an actor. One day I'm gonna be, you know, a really dope accountant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get excited and know that everything you're going through is necessary to getting there. It's very similar to the last step, and this can be all used together. Tip number 4, keep going. Keep doing the mundane bullshit, because you're climbing a ladder. Nobody ever starts at the top. I know you see online, you see on YouTube these overnight successes. Look, that's the fucking exception. That's not the rule. Okay? The fact of the matter is that everybody starts from 0. Everybody starts from 0. 0. 0. Whether you're talking about 0 followers, talking about 0 experience, 0, just all of that. Everybody starts at the same place. You need to work your way up the ladder, the stairs, the escalator, the elevator, whatever metaphor you want to use. Now, you gotta keep going. Because pretty soon, those little mundane things are gonna start to change over time, over years, over months. Just know that no one knows how long anything will ever take. Okay, so you just have to keep going. Once you know what you wanna do, you're enduring all the bullshit to get there, and it's a crucial step, just keep going. Keep working through it, because soon after that, after I was done sweeping floors and all that stuff, then my bosses started trusting me with reformatting scripts and then like typing up scripts on my computer that we couldn't find the digital copy for. You know, when I would put 10, 11, 12, 13 hours at home, you know, just typing up scripts, and that also sucked. But they were trusting me with more. And it's super important to just keep going, and I had to keep going with that. And then I got discouraged, and I knew I had to be patient, and I had to walk through all the steps again. You just gotta keep going. Keep going to that fucking 9-to-5 job. Keep putting in 12 hours at the fucking restaurant. Keep reformatting those scripts. Keep fucking mopping those floors. Keep doing it, because eventually you will see a slow rise. And if it's not in your company immediately, you'll realize that you're actually learning a lot. You're gaining insight. You're meeting people. You have to keep going. And finally, step number 5 of staying patient is look back at what you've done. I know a lot of this stuff has been like, oh, look forward and know that it's part of it, and look at what you want to do, and look at what you're going to do, and get excited about what you're going to do. And now keep going. But now, take a minute and like look back. Look back at what you've done. Oftentimes, and I still have a problem with this, you know, like I still have a hard time, like, you know, just appreciate what you've done. It's crazy. And it could be little micro victories. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I went from doing this to now I'm like running this business. It's not that. It's little things in between. Like when you're mopping the floors, like look back, be like, oh, when I was mopping those floors, like I it was just mopping floors, but I did a really good job, and they appreciated me and the effort that I put into it. So now it seems like they're trusting me a little more, you know? And then with like the things with the script, like I was typing all those scripts and I was pissed, but you know what? I look back and I was like, you know what? Now I know all the ingredients to great scripts. I can learn how to make stories myself. They are now trusting me even more with bigger things. My typing has gotten faster. That's another little one. And for you, it might be the same thing. You might be at a restaurant, you might be at a coffee place. Look back. Now you know people there. There's regulars there that you know their orders or their coffees by heart. You realize like, oh, let's just say you want to do something in business, and you work at Starbucks or something, and you see like, oh shit, like there are these businessmen that like just every Wednesday at 1 p.m. make cold calls. And now you're learning. Look back at what you've done and appreciate it. And at very bare minimum, look back at what you've learned and how and just appreciate that you've grown. Even if it's been 2 weeks, 1 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, doesn't matter how many weeks, doesn't matter how many months. Look back and appreciate it. And that's how you stay patient. It's a combination of doing the bullshit that you know you have to do while looking forward, but also appreciating what you've done. And just don't put a time frame on it. Whatever it is you want to achieve, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to, you know, get into a film school, you want to run this type of a company, you want to whatever it is, just be patient and know that everyone has to be patient. I guess there'll be a bonus tip now. I guess tip number 6, know that everybody has to be patient. And know that everybody gets discouraged just like you are right now. I've been there. I'm speaking from straight up experience here. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not pontificating. I'm not saying, oh, this is what you have to do. And like, oh, I'm a motivational dude. No, I lived this and I am still living it. Talk about me for a second, if I can, on my channel. But I went from sweeping producers' floors to now producing a movie in another state that I'm not from. And that's how you're patient. You don't have to produce movies. You don't have to run a business. But know that whatever you're discouraged with right now, know that there's so many people that are in the same boat as you. And know that it's normal. And just look at what you want to do. Go after it. Fuck the bullshit. Just do it. But also appreciate where you came from. And that's it. That's the video. And I really hope this gave you guys some value, because I'm super, super excited. I hope you liked my my 6 tips now, but it's gonna be 5. Tip number 6 was a bonus tip. But I really hope you guys are enjoying. I'm loving doing these videos. And I guess before I will go, I just wanna tell you guys to like, subscribe, and slap that notification bell so that you don't miss when I post, because I post every Monday and every Thursday. And now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be more patient, just like you should. And I don't even know if that was a good ending of a video. I think I'll just